Okay, so the neuron. It all starts out with the neurotransmitters, or the information basically, going from the synapse into a receptor site to where it then goes through the dendrite branch into the dendrite, and then the soma and the nucleus, and then it goes over to the axon through the axon hillock and the nodes of Branvier, and then the myelin sheath, which is made up by the Schwann cells. And as the charge is normally negative 55, which is the threshold, and the charge is in control by the ions, usually like potassium, and so then it when it reaches negative 70 through depolarization, it's like action potential, which drops it back down to 0 as the neurotransmitters are moved to the terminal branches. And when it's at 0, it's the refractory period, which is like the time in between when everything's going down. And then the terminal button, and then it goes through the terminal branch to the terminal button, where inside they are packed into vesicles, which they are then one by one released into the synaptic cleft and then the synapse. And they are the sending neurons, as they're going to be taken in by the receiving neurons, and that's the process of reuptake. And like, for example, like how that works a little bit is like, this is the presynaptic, and then the neurotransmitters will go to the postsynaptic neuron, as this is the presynaptic neuron, because it's like they're all connected. So it goes from like one to the next, as each neuron is like both pre and postsynaptic, because it takes through the receptor sites. There's another neuron here that would be the presynaptic to that one. So the myelination is the covering around it that quickens the reacting it quickens the speed of the neuron, essentially. Where like if it wasn't myelinated, then certain things like mental retardation and stuff occur. The covering, the insulation, or not the covering, but the insulation that can be around the neuron would be the glial cells. And then the neurotransmitters specifically can be agonists or antagonists. And what agonists do is they increase the effect of excitatory effect, and antagonists decrease it. So basically what excitatory effect is it increases the chances of action potential, whereas inhibitory decrease the chances of action potential. And so the neural impulse is like how the neurons communicate with each other. And yeah.